idea how much English books the English office is using? Do you know if they're all finished, or do you give out extra books that are unnecessary?
We probably do give out extra books that are unnecessary because people lose them and things like that. So they're kind of necessary but unnecessary. We could probably be a bit more efficient.
Okay, so do you think that is giving Bootham a negative impact on the environment if every department at school did that?
Yeah, probably very slightly, though most of them do. I suppose it would be a good idea if sometimes we used thinner books, so that there wasn't so much wasted paper. Perhaps you probably know that exercise books at the end don't get used, and then you sling them away and get another one next time. So maybe we should look at thinner books, yes.
Yeah, because we've all been given books and we hardly ever finish our books, and when we do, we get, because in maths we get through 3 or 4 books a year because they're thinner, but other books we only use half of them. Which do you think would be a better way of doing it?
It's just a hard one, isn't it? Probably the thinner ones from the point of view of the environment, but for some students they find it that they're better organised if they've got it all in one book, because if they move on to another book, I don't know what you're like, but then they lose the first book that they had. So it kind of is a bit of a trade-off and relying on organisation. But from an environmental point of view, thinner more often would be much better.
Also, in a lot of subjects we get, most of our books are quite full of sheets, and they're very thick because they've been filled with sheets. Do English give out a lot of sheets?
Some people do, I don't. You might remember. I don't tend to give out, I'm not really a very sheety person. I don't think English give out as many sheets as other subjects.
Yeah.
We don't tend to do as many fill-in sheets, but you can end up with a lot of sheets. Which means photocopying, of course, doesn't it?
Yes. Because quite a lot of subjects give us a lot of sheets, and then we've given textbooks as well, but we never use them.
You never use the textbooks?
Yeah, which do you prefer, using a textbook or giving people sheets to work off?
Well, talking about English, you have to have the book because it's a novel or it's a play or it's something like that. I like sheets for things where I want people to annotate and write all over, because obviously you can't do that in the book. And I don't know how you feel, but like with poetry, I don't think having a load of notes in an exercise book is as useful as actually being able to underline words and ring things and then say what it means to you straight onto it. Yeah. So I prefer sheets for that. So I think it should be maybe a bit of a mix. I only use a textbook in psychology, and then we use it all the time.
Yeah, because a textbook will probably be better for the environment, but a sheet...
Because you buy it once.
Yeah, and then you can use it again and again, but a sheet would be more useful. You probably keep it with you more. And
if you want to write on it. But not just a sheet you're going to stick in your book and never look at. That's no point, I don't think.
Because what our French teacher did last year was, because she knew we'd never do anything in our books, she gave us folders, and we clicked sheets. Like,
did that work?
It did, but the folders were very big, quite hard to carry around. The sheets would often get ripped. So if
and then they'd fall out, and then you'd want another one.
Yeah. But if you were giving out more sheets than you were writing in a book, would you consider doing that?
Yes. Well, at seniors, in English, we give them folders.
Yeah, even though it has been proven that sheets get ripped, get quite untidy.
Well, yes, but sometimes you need the sheets more, particularly as you get higher up school, I think. So it depends on stages. Lower down schoolrooms, I like exercise books. Higher up, I prefer sheets. Also, because they write quite big essays, and it makes it really difficult to mark. That's one of the problems in practicalities, because if I've got a book, like just today I had to take in some books for some lower seniors, and then they want the book back the next day because we've got another lesson, which kind of is a bit of pressure if it's on paper. It's easier. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
Okay, so thank you.
You're very welcome.